fallen one game short.
Yep. Well, first off, I got to give honor to God for everything that He's done for myself, for this team. It was a lot of adversity, but I mean, He let us finish strong, so that's the biggest thing. But yeah, man, like one game short, and it's on us for this offseason to see that and to get better and to understand that like we just can't be in the situation anymore because we're always that close. So we have to go in and look at things and then get better from there.
From your eyes, what will it take to get over that hump?
Just being consistent, holding people accountable, always coming in with a positive attitude, and just understanding like in practice, like finishing practice the right way so we can finish the games how we want to finish it, and I think that's the biggest thing for this offseason.
Where do you personally go from here? How do you top this season?
By getting better for next season. That's the only way you can go. Watch this past season or the season that just ended and get better from there in all facets of my game, and just continue to be a great leader for the guys and keep trusting God for greatness for this team, and that's the biggest thing. But that's where I go from here.
How would you characterize this season you just came off of? I know it's very fresh,
but I mean it was a great season, man. Like anytime a player can go over 2,000 yards, I know that's always a blessing, and I praise God for that, man, because without him, like, it wouldn't have happened, and without the O-line, all the guys on the team like supporting me, and just Raheem giving me a chance to show my God-given ability, and me and Coach Petrie always getting after it every single day. It was great. It was great, but for me, I'm such a team guy. Like, everybody knows me as a team guy, so I want everybody to have a chance to have a great season for themselves as well, and that's the biggest thing with me.
Arthur Blank hasn't said yet anything about Raheem's future. Do you feel like this coaching staff can be the one to get this thing over the hump?
Man, me and Raheem, man, like that's my dude, man. But obviously that's Arthur Blank's decision. Like that's an upstairs decision, and I'm support Raheem no matter what. So I love him as a big brother, father figure, coach, everything, and just go from there.
What's the key to keeping the team together when one team is eliminated from the playoffs over a month ago?
Yeah, I mean, staying positive, always working hard in practice, like never giving into what people have to say, just always giving into us as a team and making sure that we're always, coming together and trying to get better eternally. And I think we did a great job of that these past 4 weeks. But yeah, we just fell short from it.
What has Tyler meant to you?
Everything, man. That's my brother right there, bro. Like, I know this business, and I pray whatever happens, like, is the best for him, because that's the biggest thing. So, I want everything for him to happen. Obviously, I'm a little selfish and want to hear, but if it's here, if it's not, like, me and Ty, we're forever going to be brothers. Like, that's my brother for life, and it's a sad moment knowing maybe this could not be the last game together, but I'm gonna cherish it with all I got, and I love that dude for with everything that I have, man.
You took a beating, man. Let's be real, the entire year. You just stayed off the grid for like a month and do nothing, and then just rehab and get whole.
Yeah, man. I mean, the blessing was like I feel great. Like, God got me out this season healthy, and this is a time where, like, sometimes players can be, like you said, just banged up and ready to do something else. But man, I feel great, man. Like, I wish we can keep going. But yeah, it is what it is right there.
How much did the recovery lessons you learned from Christian during the offseason, I remember you talked about him in the preseason a lot, help you this season to feel this way?
Yeah, it helped a lot. Like, he's a veteran in the business, so just him giving me tools and tips definitely helped me out this season. And especially like late throughout the season is where it really hit. So obviously he hasn't missed a game this year, and he's balling out. So it's good to have somebody like that to help me out as well, and continuing to learn from him throughout this offseason.
It's a long time between now and then, so how do you keep the lessons from these 4 games in mind and fresh for when the season does come around next time?
Yeah, I mean, this was great into the season, but now it's time to like focus on the games that we didn't finish, and sometimes just go back and look at like what we could have done better and how we could have executed a little better, just as a whole. And I feel like when we do that and when we come in, I know that there's a goal that we have set, and we have to do everything that we can to accomplish it. But always keeping these last 4 games in mind and showing what we can do and what we want to do throughout the whole season.
Is there 1 or 2 games that haunt you the most right now?
Nah, no games haunt me, man. I mean, it's the NFL. Like, it's on us every single week, and we have to finish the best that we can. So yeah, no games haunt me, man.
Another offensive player with question marks around his future is Kyle. How did you see him progress throughout the year, and is he the guy that you want back to help this offense?
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle, he showed what he's capable of this year. He balled out at the right moments too. He always was available in practice, always coming in with a high motor, ready to go. And I really just commend him for doing everything right for himself to have the best season that he can have for himself. So, obviously, I want him to be a part of this team. Like I said earlier, man, like I have no control of anything. I just want to see him thrive every single chance that he gets.
I love everybody who's on this team, everybody who makes this team tick. So I love everybody.
On your touchdown reception, how did you break open there late?
How did I break open late?
Yeah, on that touchdown
I think a player
reception.
fell off on me. A player fell off.
Okay, were you
And-
surprised that you were that wide open?
Kind of, a little bit. But the ball found me and scored a touchdown, so it's good.
On the 39 yard on the other.
After something, what went down? What were you frustrated at?
Just emotions, letting myself go a little bit. I'm a very, very competitive person. Kind of have that fire about me. And sometimes it could get a little bit much, especially in an emotional game like this. Really care what we're playing for, but we're playing against the Saints, so it means something.
Are you happy here? Do you think this team has the capability?
Am I happy here? Hell yeah, I'm happy here. I think people got the narrative wrong about all this extra stuff, but you may not know me. I don't really quit with nothing. So I love this team. I love the people. I love the city. I love the fans. And they accepted me. So I'm going to do everything in my power to try to go out here and win for them and create a winning culture here.
Listen, I know you love to win, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You feel like this team down the road has the capabilities?
Most definitely. I think we're scratching the surface, but I don't want to play with that lightly because I've already said that before. I think we just need to get over this hump, over this hill, and I think the future is very, very bright with the talent we have.
First season close.
Yes.
First season sweep over the Saints since 2016. What does that mean?
A lot. Don't really like the Aints, so I was kind of born into it here. But yeah, it's really good.
What percentage have you been playing at since you came back from the knee?
I've been feeling good.
There's a lot of decisions that we could have made, not for the better of this team, and I thought we did a really good job of sticking together.
As a veteran, do you look at one play, one game, you start playing the coulda, woulda, shoulda game when you're so close to postseason play?
Yeah, absolutely. I think now that the season's over, you can really go back and reflect on what happened. It's hard to do that during the season when it's just, that thing's rolling. You had a bye week at week 4 or week 3 or whatever it was. But yeah, it'll be a big time for us to reflect and spend some time with our loved ones for sure.
To be a part of a defense that set a franchise record for season sacks total, and then James the individual total. What does it say about the potential and the future of this defense?
Yeah, potential. We talked about it all year. What we could have been, and this is just year 1 in our defense. And the D line. They're going to talk about they got the sack record, but it's all together. It's just a reflection of what our defense is and the unselfishness in that whole group. Whether it was the back end, covering up and those guys getting sacks, or even Billy or Dee, being those guys getting the sacks as well. But just super excited for what's to come for sure.
And I know a lot of decisions are above your pay grade in different corner offices, but do you want to see your head coach Raheem Morris back next year?
Yes, absolutely. I'm behind Ra. He hasn't changed, throughout this whole year. He was the same guy every single day, and we went to bat for him for a reason. I feel like we finished the season for a reason, for each other, for coaches, players, everybody involved. That's what you do it for. You don't want to see nobody lose their job, and we do this stuff together. We got families to take care of, and Yeah, so heck yeah, I'd love to see Rob back for sure.
Jessie, you talk about year one in this defense. Do you feel like there's more for this defense to kind of unlock in year two under Jeff Wilbur?
Yeah, absolutely. This defense is built on precision and really becoming a master of what we're trying to do on the back end.
Congratulations. What does it mean to you to set the record?
Thank you. The D-line, the defense, we did a great job setting the record. Everybody was getting home, whether it was 3-3 when he was on the field, Glow when he blitzing, 5-5 getting home, his chances rushing, and the front four just getting after it as the season went on. So that was just great for all of us to be able to.
It's hard to fathom that your rookie year is over. Does it seem like it went by in a second, or does it seem like a long process?
It was a journey for sure. It was a journey, you know what I'm saying? And just when I came in the locker room, it really low-key all hit me. It was a journey, though, for sure. It was a good journey.
Solace the way you finished, or look back at the frustration, how close you were to making the playoffs?
All of it. For me, personally, like doing the job process, like after Tennessee, after the last playoff game, all the way up until now, you know what I'm saying? It was a good journey. Then as a team, we didn't get to the main goal we wanted to, getting into the playoffs. That's what we had our hat on going into the season. But we did a good job finishing strong, you know what I'm saying, as me being a rookie, as me growing as a leader on this team. These last 4 games, hopefully it can give us a jump and going into next season.
Was there a moment or a game where you said, I know I can't compete at this level, like coming in as a rookie?
Yeah, for sure. Whether if it was just like, I go back and watch the tape and it was just like, that's not me, that's not how I rush, I could have got off that, or more. It was just like a more mental thing, and just to get home.
What did it mean alongside Jalon, you guys going to this rookie year together? How much you guys help each other, and even on the field, off the field as well?
Just everything in the locker room, off the field. If we was just chilling, he pulled up to my house after the game. Whatever it was, he was there with me by my side. We held each other up strong, you know what I'm saying? And we just had a good rookie season together.
How about the rest of this rookie class? You guys all came in, especially on defense, all making plays and effective already. What does it kind of mean to the new plays in this defense?
Yeah, it was outstanding for how them guys just showed up, how the vets leaned on us, we leaned back on the vets, and they squeezed the lemon and got good juice, you know what I'm saying, good lemonade, you know what I'm saying? So they did their job helping us and holding us to the standard for sure.
What does Brick mean to you, and how did he make you better?
Everything. I think it trickled down from him of what he tell the vets he need out of us and what he need out of vets, and the vets know how to give it to him, you know what I'm saying? So they just show us the way and show us how to reciprocate that energy, so it can all help us.
What did you personally learn over the last 4 games?
Personally, over the last 4 games, we can win the close ones for sure. We can win the big ones. We can win on prime time, and it can be done.
Thank you.
For sure.
There's, talk about what's going to be the future of the front office. What is Rod, Terry? Obviously, they gave you an opportunity. What have they meant to you, and would you like to see your head coach back next year?
Oh, everything. I don't have those thoughts in my head, though. You feel me? That's not how I think. But those guys was at my house the night before the draft, so they mean a great bit to me. Everything, for real. They gave me this opportunity. Even up to Arthur Blank, he gave me this opportunity, and it was just an amazing opportunity. And thank God for it.
You have the most sacks by a rookie since Micah Parsons in 2021. Just to be alongside that name, what does that feel like?
It feels great to be able to put my names up there beside other great ones who the NFL considered great, who y'all consider great, and this is a chance for me just to be able to say I'm rocking with one of the good ones, just a front four to how my career should be able to go.
Learning the lessons that we have this season and then taking that focus and intensity and rolling it at the start of next year. It's not a guarantee.
Coach talked about you just 1 game away. Could you finish 8-9? Like, how big is it, to make sure that you finish games, to know that you can get that 9th win, and if you had, you would have been going to the playoffs this year?
Yeah, it's hard to look back. I think that's why in the moment it's so devastating. When you let them go, thankfully I've been able to be in the NFL long enough to just, understand the value of every single week. And you understand when things aren't going your way, you never know how it's going to shake out. And so I think this year is a good example of that. Obviously, we were a little bit too far behind. But like I said, I'm really proud of this team for being able to kind of really push through.
Jessie talked about just how Coach continued to be himself throughout maybe losing streaks, and then of course the back half of this year, even with people potentially talking about a job. What kind of job did he do the back half of the year? And I think you mentioned it, you want him back, but just what does he kind of mean to this team, and what can he mean?
Yeah, I think it's a testament to Ra that he was himself every single day, and that same infectious positivity and infectious energy that he has, he brought it every single day, and when he does that, it permeates throughout the whole team. And so I think every single guy, all 3 phases, really brought that approach, and we knew at times that things weren't good enough in whatever phase, whatever unit, and making those corrections and learning those lessons along the way. But like I said, the belief and connection with one another was a huge driving factor in finishing the season strong.
How do you sum up this season?
Shoot, very close. We're still in the finished 8-9, and that's the top of the three-way tie. Well, obviously Carolina's in it, so we're very close. So I think should be really good for next upcoming seasons.
Do you find yourself playing the what-if game when you do have the same record as the team that's ultimately going to the playoffs?
I mean, obviously, I think everyone can say that. We just needed to execute when the time was given, especially those close games. We had a handful of three-point games, so I think if we execute those, especially in the fourth quarters and stuff, and just handle it offensively, we shouldn't put it in the defensive hands to do anything.
How do you look back on how the season went for you personally?
I felt like it was okay. Yeah, I felt like it was okay. Shoot, I made the most out of every opportunity we got, so obviously some things to clean up and stuff, but that's what film and practice and all that stuff is for. So I think just getting better, just keep striving to be great. I think that's the most important thing.
What's in store for you in the future? What do you hope is in store for you in the future?
Couldn't tell you. We'll see what happens. We'll play that what-if game, so we'll see what the future holds, and we're just excited and grateful for whatever opportunity that's given.
You got a lot of fans in that building that were out there today. Do you hope to be back in Atlanta?
That is the plan, or we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. That's the front office, I guess. So that's my first time being a free agent, I guess. So should be very interesting what happens. So I don't know how to sum it up.
No, that's fair.
Does part of you want to explore going back to a higher workload like you had as a rookie to be featured back again?
I think I always had my eyes on being the starter and stuff, but obviously when we had B come in, that kind of like diminished it and stuff. But I think always had the mindset of being a starter. So I think whatever opportunities we were given when these past 3 years, we felt like we executed. So I think we've trained ourselves to be a starter. So I think that's the goal. But obviously, who knows what happens? It's like I said, we'll see if we put enough film to be able to say that.
You consider yourself a starter in this league somewhere, then, right?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Well, back into kind of the what-if game, we're all kind of waiting to see, and all Falcons fans are waiting to see what Arthur Blank decides in terms of if he's going to make changes, whether it's coach, front office. What have Coach Morris, what has Terry Fontenot, guy who drafted you, what have those guys meant to you in your career?
No, I think it's just been so awesome just having them shoot. Or obviously Raw was here, or Raw was after, but having Terry, and then having those guys believe in me. They just bring the right people in this building to to knock out as many wins as possible. And obviously it was just a little shaky, but I think it was just so awesome just being under them. And they just been awesome. It was a great staff, top down. Whether it's coaches, staff, like cafeteria people, like everything. It's just such an awesome organization, and yeah.
I think it's been pretty unanimous. We've asked a lot of guys, obviously, about Coach Morris and stuff like that. We've heard nothing but good things. What is it about Coach Morris that gives you confidence that he's a guy that can, get this team over the hump?
Yeah, man. He, I think every week, like we are close, but like everyone, he doesn't lose the locker room. I think that's the biggest question that I guess that you guys would try to portray, I guess. But yeah, he hasn't lost the locker room. I think it's shown going 4-0 at the end of the season. So I think obviously it's when it doesn't matter, I guess, but it does matter for us because we want to win as much as games as possible, and I feel like we checked that off towards the end. So I think it was a really, really great job as a team, as a coaching staff, as a unit that we were able to get that done.
What was it like watching Bijan Robinson have the season he has this year?
If he doesn't win the freaking MVP, I don't know who the hell should, man. He played at an elite level. We always call him like an alien. It's because he just does some crazy things, and I think he's shown it on film, and he just works on it every single day at practice, and then just shows it in the game. So it's just been so awesome to watch, and just really just seeing him just freaking ball. He's having a great year. I can't wait to just watch him do it more.
Tyler, what is it that Raheem does that keeps from losing the locker room? Everybody says the same thing. Is there something that he does that that causes that to happen or not to happen?
I feel like it just comes down to the right guys that they bring in, and I think we have the right guys that we don't bicker or complain about coaching or whether it's players. So I think Shui just has the guys. They bring the right guys into the locker room, and I think that plays a big role as well.
You know, I just expect to go out there and just be who I am. You know, go out there, play football, have that same mentality that I've had my whole life. You know, just going out there and working and just being the best player I can possible.
When you look back at it, you probably suffered more losses than your NFL career. You didn't all in college. How hard was it? And then what do you take the way you finish to build up for next year?
Yeah, I mean, we finished 4 strong. I mean, that's a great way to send off our next year. And of course, and then on the loss piece, I mean, it's nothing I can worry about, honestly. The game is part of winning and losing. Everybody's a competitor. We're in a league full of competitive people and players. So, you know, I can't expect anything besides us getting better.
Where do you think you grew the most over the course of the season?
Yeah, I feel like I grew, you know, a lot in my pass rush. You know, being able to hone in on one position throughout the year gave me opportunity just to dwell and excel in that position.
What did Brick mean to you?
Brick means a lot. He calls my defense. So having him around, being his, you know, first year as well, you know, it's just a great way for us to just explode and just work off each other. You know, from what he's seen this year, I know he has many ideas for next year.
And what's your offseason looking like? Off the grid?
I have no idea. I just got there. So take a deep breath.
Sure.
Look back over the season and realize how blessed I am.
Appreciate your time.
Well, definitely.
This team made a big investment in the pass rush this offseason. What does it say to break the sack record your first year with the team?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, I said it was a stepping stone for us. You know, I can't wait to excel and keep going. You know, I feel like that record is just, we said it right now, but, you know, we have many more years to come to do it.
We noticed he kept throwing slants to the field. So Dee talked to me right before the play. He said, "Hey, you with me?" And I told him I was with him. So I pushed towards the first slant window, and he just made a play in the second. Yeah.
And you know, once that's done, what do you got to say about the special teams today? They got y'all started with a block front there.
Oh, I think the special teams did a great job. They've been working hard to, you know, put a full game together, and I think they did that today.
When you look at the standings and you see the same record as the 2 teams, Tampa and Carolina, how do you sum that up? What does that feel like?
Yeah, it's frustrating because, you know, all we needed was one more, and we'd be in a position in the playoffs. But, you know, it's just how it works out. I'm glad we just finished strong, and that's all we can do.
With this nucleus of players, what's it going to take to get over that hump next season?
Stay hungry. I think if we stay hungry, we'll just keep improving, and that'll be scary.
And I think D-Led asked about James, but this rookie class on defense continuing to improve throughout the season. What did you see from James and Jalon and Xavier and Billy before he got hurt as well?
I think they're all great football players, and they'll just continue to grow. They're going to be superstars in this league one day, for sure.
A nice way to finish. Congrats on the pick and the way you guys finished strong. But is it bittersweet, knowing that how close you were?
To be honest, I want to say bittersweet because, like, just always just winning just feels great. So just to know we was able to finish out strong, man, like I was saying earlier, it's bringing a lot of momentum going into the offseason next year for this team, man. So I wouldn't say bittersweet, man. I just winning feel great.
Walk me through the interception. We're looking at the quarterback eyes and then took off your man to sneaky and grab it.
I did. I want to say earlier that game, he kind of got me a little bit. Faked it and threw it to the inside guy. So just me just trying to manipulate the coverage and play around with the quarterback. And I was able to trick him. He threw it right to me.
D-line gets the credit for the sacks, but I know it's all 3 levels helping out to get the job done. What can you say about the defense, the records you guys set today?
Oh, man, it just shows how great we complemented each other, man, from the front 7, the back end, you know, D-line, everything, man. It's just a great group of guys, and I love coming to work with these guys.
When you finish the season with 4 straight wins, does it let you know like how close you guys were to making the playoffs?
Oh, it do. I mean, it just show you, like, you know, if we was able to finish a few games that we lost early on in the season, where we'll be at right now. Like I said, it's give us a lot of momentum going into the offseason. Just knowing, like, when we come to play and handle our business and play well on all 3 phases, you know, it's easy to win.
Personally, what has this season meant to you to bounce back in the way that you have?
It meant a lot to me, you know, just being for real. You know, it's a business, and, you know, I'm on my last year, so I just want to put my best foot forward, you know, every time I'm on the field, and I'm just thankful to be able, you know, to showcase that this year.
You want to come back to Atlanta?
Of course. I love Atlanta. You know, this the home team for me. I'm from Griffin, Georgia, like 40 minutes south of here, so, you know, I love to be back.
What does Brick mean to you?
Brick means a lot, man. I talked to him earlier after that play and just told him thank you, you know, for just elevating my game and just let me be free and just let me just, you know, showcase my talent. Just, like, overall, just let me play fast and stuff like that. He put me in great, you know, situations to be able to make plays, so shouts out to Brick.
X, James, Jalon, they're not rookies anymore. What can you say about their growth? And what they
Man,
mean
it's
to you?
crazy. That rookie class was crazy, man. Just X coming in, just playing like a veteran, like he already year 4, year 5. And, James and Jalon, on the front line, just treacherous, just playing with speed. And, can't forget about Bill Bowman, man. He was a great rookie, too, coming in before he got injured. He was making great plays in the secondary, too. So shouts out to Bill. It was a great, rookie class.
Dee, you kind of went through this a couple of years ago, but now all Falcons fans are going to be watching social media and ESPN, the apps and stuff to see if there are changes coming, right? What's that like as a player, not knowing exactly what's going to happen over the next 24, 48 hours?
I mean, it could be tough depending on, your mindset, but just knowing that you was able to finish on a good note, you really can go into the offseason free and just let things happen and let things plays out. So that's what I'm at right now, just going to continue to put my best foot forward, take some time off, get back in the gym and, let everything just fall in place.
Coach Morris has been your coach the last couple of years. Terry Fontenot is one of the guys who brought you in here.
Yep.
What have they meant in your professional career?
Oh, they meant a lot. Like you said, Terry brought me in here, undrafted. He gave me a chance, and, I came in and was able, to play as a rookie and to now. So, 2 great guys, man. I love playing for them, and, shouts out to them for just giving me the opportunity to, to do what I love to do.
What did you learn about yourself this season?
I feel like, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve it. Just going into the offseason, I had one thing, and that's just to improve, overall, whether, it's cornerback, nickel, punt return, special teams. I just want to be an overall team player for this organization. And like I said earlier, I'm just thankful that I was able to show that.
They always talk about, every game matters. Game 1, game 3 means as much as game 17 or 18. But when you're this close, does that really just set in, man? Like, man, we had it. If we had a play here, a play there, we'd be in the postseason.
You can say that. But just to add on what you say, every game does matter, man. And, people don't understand how hard it is to win in the NFL. So, when you lose those close games, it's always 1 play, 2 play, different things like that. But the group of guys we was able to, all come together and, let the past be the past and focus on the future.